Far away in a quiet green meadow by a shiny blue river lived a little stork named Sally. Sally had soft white feathers, long skinny legs, and a bright orange beak. She loved to flap her little wings and dream of flying high in the sky like the big storks. But Sally was still very young, and her wings weren't strong enough yet. She would flap and flap, but only lift off the ground for a second before landing again with a little plop. One sunny morning, Mama Stork said, "Sally, today you will start learning to fly. The time has come for your very first journey." Sally's eyes grew big and sparkly. "Really? I can do it?" Mama Stork smiled. "Yes, little one, but first we must practice." Sally waddled to the meadow where all the young storks gathered. They flapped their wings together, hopping and skipping. Some flapped too hard and tumbled over. Others flapped too softly and stayed on the ground. Sally giggled every time she flapped and bounced a little. Then the big storks showed them how to spread their wings wide, catch the wind, and glide. Sally watched closely. She whispered to herself, "I can do it. I can do it." The next morning, Sally tried again. She ran, flapped her wings, and suddenly she was up in the air. She flew a little loop and then landed gently. "I did it! I really did it!" she chirped happily. Mama Stork gave her a big hug with her wings. Now it was time for the real adventure. The stork family was going to fly all the way to the warm, sunny lands across the mountains. Sally felt a little nervous. "Mama, what if I get tired?" Mama Stork kissed her on the head. "We fly together. If you get tired, we rest. And if you fall behind, we wait. We are a family." Early the next morning, the big flock of storks gathered. The sky was painted in soft pink and orange colors. The wind felt fresh and gentle. "Ready, little ones?" called Papa Stork. All the young storks chirped, "Ready." Sally took a deep breath and ran as fast as her little legs could go. She flapped her wings, felt the air under her feathers, and up she went, higher and higher, over the meadows, over the river, and up toward the mountains. At first, Sally felt strong and excited. She flew next to her friend Pip, another little stork. But after a while, her wings began to feel tired. She slowed down. "I can't do it," she sighed. Pip smiled and said, "Let's flap together. Flap, flap, glide. Flap, flap, glide." So they flapped and glided side by side. Mama Stork called from ahead, "Sally, you're doing wonderfully. Keep going, little one." Soon they reached a big forest. The wind became strong and the clouds looked dark. Sally felt scared. "What if I fall?" she worried. Papa Stork flew beside her. "Look at me, Sally. You are safe. The wind is just the air playing with us. Trust your wings." Sally spread her wings wider. Let the wind carry her, and suddenly she was soaring higher than ever. The storm passed, and the sun came out again. All the storks cheered. Finally, after a long day, they landed in a warm field full of soft grass and colorful flowers. Sally felt tired but happy. Mama Stork hugged her and said, "You did it. You are a true little traveler now." Sally smiled so big her beak almost sparkled. They rested that night under the stars. Sally looked up at the twinkling sky and thought, "I was scared, but I did it anyway. And now I can fly far and strong." The next morning, Sally woke up early and flapped her wings. She was excited for more adventures. On the way to the sunny land, they saw beautiful lakes, big mountains, and flocks of other birds. Sally chirped happily at all the wonderful sights. She made friends with a little sparrow named Tico and a funny goose named Gobby. They all flew together, laughing and racing in the sky. When they finally reached the sunny land, there were wide blue lakes, palm trees, and soft sand. The storks landed in the water, splashed around, and had a big feast of delicious fish. Sally looked around at all the happy storks and animals. She felt proud. "I did something big today," she whispered. Mama Stork kissed her on the head and said, "You are brave and strong, my little flyer." That night, Sally curled up under Mama's wing and dreamed of flying even farther one day, maybe even across the sea. And from that day on, Sally was not just a little stork. She was a little stork with big wings and even bigger dreams. And here comes the end of our story. If you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe for more sweet stories.